just look at this trailer. And I'm talking about how I like this trailer. You know, I like I said, it's a fun trailer. I think it sells itself pretty well without suggesting anything R-rating at all.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you would be crowbarring it in there.
Yeah, making it R-rated could actually be taken away from what makes this thing so appealing. A big birthday gift for me, because my birthday's next month. A big birthday gift for me is if you came out to see the 1 year anniversary of me doing sit down comedy at the Broadway Comedy Club. Going to be back in the Red Room September 27th. Oz will join me later as we just sit down and just lollygag with the audience. And then we're going to have all of you up for open mic. And that show, again, is going to be 9 p.m. at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's a Friday. Get your tickets now by going over to BroadwayComedyClub.com. Boy, ever since that first Venom movie, where Venom was eating them heads.
We are Venom.
Yeah, people. They stopped it right there and they said, oh man, now I know they just playing with me. When I get to the theater, he gonna bite their head off and the blood gonna be gushing from the neck. We gonna see the eyeballs and guts and brains that he's chewing in his mouth. It's gonna be rated R when we see this. I know it. You know, because that's the rating that Venom deserves. So far, those hopes have been dashed, man.
Not a single head, though.
So far, they've seen that head eaten, but no blood.
Yeah.
No brain, you know, no eyeballs squishing, anything like that. People felt cheated. That day you denied me all my gora, all that bloodiness that I was expecting from the movie. How dare you to make the movie that I wanted you to? Didn't stop the movie from being a big hit, though. So, because of that, those hopes that people have, they have not been abandoned. They have not been fulfilled, but they have not been abandoned. And that's even with the last film in this series. We're talking about Venom, The Last Dance. So they say.
So they say.
So they say. People are still talking about, okay, you know what? Now that y'all saved some money or made some money, you had 2 hit films under your belt, you know, and Venom got more power now. Venom got a little more pull. Everybody loves him. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do now. And they're saying for this last one, that's when you saving the best. That's when we're going to get that rated aura right there. That's the rumor, at least.
Yep, that's what they're saying, because they just released the final trailer, and it still says this film not yet rated, which is very rare.
Yes.
True.
Yes. So, you know, we'll talk about right now if this is, with these rumors going about of this R rating. You know, is it something that we even need? Will it actually work? And if it is something that will happen, is it something that Sony, of course, the releasers of this Venom series right here, is it something that will actually help their Sonyverse? You know, they haven't had a rated R one yet. They're about to get into it, but they haven't had one yet. Maybe that R is the boost that they need. But before we get into this discussion, we're going to have a look at this trailer because I only saw it today. I didn't see it last week. Did you see it? Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Well, then, Martin definitely needs to see this.
Oh boy, do you.
Yes,
Okay.
Martin needs to see this because Martin can't stand Venom. Boy, I would love to see a movie with you and Venom being tied together.
Well, I just go, would you shut up?
No!
You're not funny.
Yes, I am. You just don't have a sense of humor. Well, you do that with me. I'm your Venom. Said, Martin's been seeing that with me all these years, this whole
with
time.
The black shirts, I see.
Yeah. The only thing is you and I ain't glued together like Eddie and Venom are. But hey, Martin, maybe this will be the trailer that turns you around.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Venom, The Last Dance, and then we'll come back and have our discussion.
This is your captain speaking. If you look out to your left, you'll see a beautiful view of the Grand Canyon.
Whoa. Damn! You can't blame him for that. Come on, he peeing on them. Anybody, whether they have a venom in them or not, they would slap the shit out that guy. He deserved that
He
shit.
did.
Why do you keep knocking people out? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry.
You might be disappointing me, Martin, because you know I wasn't too crazy about the first Venom. Really did not like the second Venom at all.
Love that movie.
Shut up. But this one, man, I like this trailer.
Yeah.
I'm into this. You know, I think I finally just have accepted Eddie and Venom as a comedy duo. And this is the one where they have built, you know, they finally embraced it.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to be a little edgy at first,
Yeah.
trying to be a little dark. Now they're just being silly.
Yeah.
And I think they know it.
Yeah.
And
it just seems silly, but you know, whatever. Hey, look, I'll say this. When I saw the last trailer, I think it was the last one, I thought, well, this seems better.
Mm-hmm.
Now watching this one, there's a lot going on. I don't know if I'm embracing it more, but I did see flashes of what I think is a character I like.
Oh, who is that?
Null. He's like the king of all the symbiotes.
And guess who's going to be playing Null?
Who?
Norman Reedus, the
Really?
wettest man in Hollywood.
Norman Reedus. So
Yeah.
Man, they got him because of his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Null is, he's the creator of the symbiotes.
Mhm.
That character was created like about 3 years ago, though, right? It hasn't been around long.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't been around long, and it was created by Donnie Cates, who I don't know if he still does, but he lives here. Recently lives
There's
here.
a
in
big
Austin.
controversy with that, in that
He wants to get paid.
Yeah,
for
they're
it.
using his character.
Yeah.
He didn't even know the character's going to be in the movie.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, bitch, there's a reason why we didn't tell you, because we ain't gonna pay you. You know? Yeah. Oh, but yeah, he's gonna be in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though, that the character isn't that old. So he came up with this character after the Venom movies had happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a character that's gonna be in the movie. Big controversy, but
And one of the reasons I'm excited about it is because, like I said, I've never been a fan of Venom outside of like his first appearance, his first story arc in Spider-Man, until Donnie Cates started writing it, and I was like, dang, he's making Venom actually really interesting now.
how so?
It's just the stuff he did with all the symbiotes and Null and writing a whole lore and history and then with the story moving forward.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, I'm kind of into this now.
Well, you know, he'll definitely be in this movie. You can even see his lair right here, and there he is right there. And Norman Reedus is going to be the character. I know there were rumors going around if he was going to be along with somebody else, but it is confirmed that it's him?
Yeah, it's Norman Reedus.
It is?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what the internet is telling me.
Okay. All right. So if it's wrong, blame the internet, not him.
Yeah, not me.
But, man, I'm just looking at certain things in here, and like I said, I don't know what it was. I wasn't crazy about the character of Venom at first, mainly because I didn't know that much about the character, and everybody just loved the character so much. But yeah, like I said, man, they're having fun with this.
Hey, man.
You know,
Yeah,
things
you're right.
like-
Who wouldn't do that?
Yeah, who wouldn't do that? And that's just a funny scene. It just seems like they have a good sense of humor through this whole thing, while taking the parts that they need to take seriously enough with this. You know, that's the parts that they are. You know, they're not completely stupid through this whole thing. I don't know, man. I'm kind of charmed by this trailer. I just like where before I didn't understand it. I like these two together now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the new Abbott and Costello, man. Yeah, man.
Except Abbott looks like he's high on heroin all the time, and Costello is inside him.
Yeah.
Also, they're both Costello.
Yeah. Yeah. Before, you know, because what's his name was doing
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy was doing the voice again,
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff.
Sounds
But
like a Muppet now.
Yeah.
I love it.
well, he's been. I forgot what movie it is that he started doing this voice, but he does it in a lot now.
Yeah.
In so many movies.
Oh yeah.
You know the voice when you talk like this.
Yeah. And I'm here. I'm just fine with everything. We'll see how the movie is, but I don't know what it is, man. But Venom finally charmed me. I found him adorable at this point. So, but I'm gonna tell you this. Go into our discussion about the rumors of this being rated R, because that's they're out there again. There were rumors that the second one was going to be rated R.
Mhm.
It wasn't. And now they're starting with this again for this movie. But there are more reasons for those rumors to exist. And we're going to start that discussion right now, because I hate to say it, but there's probably a good argument to make for this to be rated R.
Oh, yeah.
You know, one of the things I'm looking at right now is the timing. Now we're looking at this as, you know, strictly from a business standpoint. The timing is perfect because Eddie and Venom, they're a comical team just like somebody else, you know, that had a really good summer.
Go fuck yourself.
Man, they argue just like Eddie and Venom, except they ain't got all the blood and all the you know, so I don't think fans they wouldn't mind seeing you know, Eddie and Venom. You know, they wouldn't mind seeing this action comedy duo, the treatment that's given to them, Wolverine and Deadpool. I don't think people would mind seeing that, fans seeing that treatment given to Eddie and Venom. You know, they wouldn't mind seeing them cut loose to splatter more blood and say a lot and tell some nasty jokes. You know, if written well, it could work. You know, and you see it's working for Disney. And I think, you know, if you have a character that's going around biting off heads and doing gory things, then let them cut loose to do that, you know? Let's see how it works for that. Like I said, definitely worked for Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Well, I don't know if they would hurt any.
Yeah.
You know, the people who love them are going to go see it no matter what.
Yeah.
And yeah, ratings ain't stopping anybody. There's no kid who's not going to go see an R-rated movie if they want to, especially if it's got superheroes in it.
Yeah.
And plus, I mean, look, I don't see anything in this trailer that makes me go, oh, this needs to have an R rating. But you know, there's scenes that haven't been there. Plus, much like the elephant assholes in Zootopia, that they make a joke about and hint at and don't actually show or do anything with. I always thought with Venom, I was like, why are you going to show all these sharp ass teeth and act like you're going to bite somebody's head off when you don't ever do it?
Yeah.
That's kind of bullshit. So now here's a chance to actually, you know, commit.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like an edited version of that.
Yeah, there's no blood at all. He just bit this man's head off clean, like it cauterized himself when he bit the head off right there. Yeah, ain't no blood at all.
Yeah, because these movies are cartoons. Honestly, I think that we're in a new era with these movies, man. I think R rating, it doesn't matter anymore. Deadpool is a big argument for that. And this, I think that it's going to try to be just like Deadpool, where they're going to be like, it's a buddy comedy. You know, it's going to say, there's going to be blood. There's going to be that action that you want. But these Venom movies, they're a billion-dollar franchise within their own right. And I feel like the reason they didn't make it rated R at first is because they didn't know what the they were doing.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, that's the charm of it, where it's a Spider-Man character with no Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And there's other characters, actually, in the trailer. Did you notice that? The guy who played the Lizard.
Oh, yeah.
Prominently.
Reese Ivan.
He's prominently in the trailer. And they're saying that,
but is he playing Kirk Connors?
No.
Because he didn't come across that way at all.
You know, they're doing that whole thing again where they're casting all these different people that are already in the Marvel universe, different characters. Yeah, where's old Lizard Man, Reese Ivans?
And he's in the he's in the Sony verse.
Yeah, he's already the Lizard. So. Yeah, I was trying to find him right here. I don't see him over here. I can't find him. There he is, strumming that guitar. Yeah, y'all. That's Reese Ifans right there.
So there are rumors that he's going to show up as a Lizard.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. These movies are so crazy. Like, I like them because I think they're fun trash. You know, like the first one, I fell in love with me and like the 3 people in the theater opening night, and then it became a big hit somehow. But then when the second one came out, me and Patrick Gertz, we went to go see it not once, but twice, back to back. And the first time, like, he was like, man, shut up, stop laughing. But like, by the second one, we were both laughing. The second time we were watching, we were laughing our ass off.
Well, stop laughing.
Well, do you think Chiwetel Ejiofor will show up as Doctor Strange enemy right there?
As Baron Mordo?
Yeah, Baron Mordo. You think it'd be in there as Baron Mordo?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just, you know, they don't even give a shit anymore who they're casting. It's already been cast as another character. But By the way, you hear Martin already. We need that rated R version of Zootopia with the
Thank you.
assholes in there. Yes. Since we're on this rated R trend, let's just go ahead and do it with Zootopia now.
Yeah, remaster it.
Yeah.
I bet they've
Be
been
brave.
I bet they've been having some interesting conversations at Disney ever since this Deadpool Wolverine success has been happening.
So there you go. He thinks an asshole version of Zootopia is going to happen.
Yeah. You see these animals with their dicks out.
Yeah. You heard it here first, people. I'm going to tell you, though, I think to a certain extent, I agree with you about rated R, the rated R rating being applied to superheroes, because this is not a new era of this. I mean, it's been happening in small parts throughout superhero cinematic history. There's been a history of comic book characters that, they've been toned down for kids at one point, whether on a cartoon or, a comic book that was really not mature rated. But, they were shown to do better when their restraints were taken off and they were allowed to embrace their violent nature. I mean, a lot of people say one of the things that kicked off this whole new resurgence of superhero movies was not X-Men, but
They've got their claws into everything. Politics, finance, real estate.
that was Blade was one of the things that put Marvel back out there
That's right.
with Wesley Snipes. And that was rated R when it came out.
But, they don't make Blade lunchboxes.
No, but Blade's been on like a Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in the comics, toned down. But then, everybody really realized he was a badass when they made him rated R and gave him his own movie. And as much as we all love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, when we first saw him in X-Men, everybody's like, yeah, okay, that's him.
Yeah.
That is him. Many agree that, okay, while that was cool, it was only until years later. It took years in the making before we came up with the true, faithful version of Wolverine on the screen. In Logan, we finally got to see him cut somebody.
Yeah. Cut a lot of fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, before then, that fool would even cut himself shaving. people would.
He was busy cutting up bathrooms and toilets and shit.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? No, in X2, when a bunch of those soldiers are, all dressed in black with helmets where you can't see their face, broke into the mansion, he was stabbing a bunch of them. But there was no blood. It was all in the dark.
You couldn't see nothing to their costumes.
Right.
You would never see back in the day him stab somebody in a t-shirt where they would have to actually bleed. Shit. This dude was known for getting angry and pulling claws out of his hands and slicing people. And back in the day, he wouldn't even give somebody a paper cut. And if ever but he was such a faithful character and he was cool. And we loved Hugh Jackman's performance that we was like, okay, that's fine. But when they finally made him rated R, people said, well, finally you get to see the true nature of him.
Yeah.
We can keep going, y'all. Y'all know Daredevil sucked. Ben Affleck, even then when they said that when the Ben Affleck Daredevil that came out in 2003, they said, well, wait a minute, hold on, yo, we got an R-rated version coming out. They'd be like, nobody want to see that.
No, it's too late.
It's too late. It's too goofy, man. There ain't no R-rating to save that. But years later on Netflix, when they finally took the MA, the mature route, or if it was in the movies, be rated R, they said, that's Daredevil right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's exceptions. The one that was suited for an R rating, boy, he could not get, he couldn't succeed for nothing.
I know. I need an R. We can't give it to you.
Man.
Mr. Gunn.
Well, the most violent, the Punisher.
Yeah.
The dude his trademark is violence.
Right. He's not even a superhero.
No. Boy, the more R's they gave him, the more L's he made out of them, man. Yeah, the Punisher and the back with the perfect guy, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. They didn't care about superhero movies back then.
Nah, that's true. That was 1989?
Yeah,
something like that. And wow, even that poor Punisher Warzone, they tried to stay close to the comics. That was the worst one of all of them. Hey everybody, I know I'm stopping the conversation again. I'm stopping the flow of the show, but we do have to give a word out to our sponsor right now, which is Shopify. And Shopify is something I like to talk about because we have so many, you know what I'm going to say, we have so many talented toasties in our community. Look at this right here. This is Mr. Toasty, done by a guy named James who's been following us for years. This guy actually does sell his figurines online. Now, I don't know how he does it, but I know he makes money by this. But if I was to tell him to actually become a real entrepreneur selling these kind of things, I would quickly recommend that he go to Shopify. Why? Because Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. And one of the main reasons I recommend this is because if you're trying to get into a new business, being an entrepreneur, then you're going to need all the help you can get. And you can get that with Shopify's online support, 24 hours, they got you covered. And you can sell more with less effort thanks to their AI-powered system, which is Shopify Magic. Businesses that grow, they grow with Shopify. And in order to grow, Shopify knows that you need to probably save a little money to make some money. And they are definitely here to help you out with that with, of course, a code that we have for you right here, provided by me. If you put this in shopify.com/toasted, you will get a $1 per month trial period. Now that is all lowercase. Let me spell it out for you. shopify.com/TOASTED. You put that in, all lowercase, you will get a $1 per month trial period. I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. And of course, I want to thank all of you, our loyal toasties out there, for your support. And now back to, where is it at? Oh, there it is. Back to the video. Netflix did it again.
I need to find these bastards and gotta kill them.
They finally made the Punisher. They did it right. You know, they gave it a hard R like the movies, except they actually treated the character better. And then they again.
Yeah.
But hey, they're trying again. They'll get it.
Maybe one day.
But, you know, so there's an argument to be made with all those characters that were rated R, you know, where they were actually, you know, because some of them existed before in PG-13 versions. Mm-hmm. So there's an argument to say that, hey, you know, a lot of these characters work better. They were already initially violent characters. So why shouldn't Venom be the same thing? Why should it not work for him either? Also, Sony themselves, man, after so many screw-ups with their movies, people were ready to give up on Sony. And they still are, but they say, you know, we'll give you one more chance. Only because of this trailer, man. It looks kind of cool.
Damn.
A nose bite.
Yeah.
I think you got him.
Craven turning people into Skeletor, man, biting noses off. You know, a lot of people looked at this very bloody red band trailer for Craven the Hunter, and Craven looks like the worst interpretation of that character.
Sure.
He's a vegetarian. He ain't a villain. Ain't no Spider-Man to be around. And people say you should save it for Spider-Man. He got his powers from getting bitten by a radioactive lion.
That can't be what it ends up being.
Oh, and listen, I'm exaggerating. But
That's what they made it look like. He's fighting a lion, and then some of the blood of the lion, like, bloop.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully they'll say this was the
It's about strength.
Do it.
Shoutout.
Yeah, bitch. I'm gonna tear that ass off. I'm gonna rape your ass before I eat you. Yeah, but it looks like I'm joking, but it does look like he got bit by a radioactive lion because, like you said, the blood drips into him.
He is weak, like his mother. Leave him.
What happened that day?
Oh.
People, this looks like the dumbest origin story for any character, much less Craven. And yet people are like, you know what? Because it's a badass trailer and it's rated R, I'll give you a chance. It's dumb as hell. And people are still like, you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
And there's other stuff in this movie that they're finally delivering on. They're going to give us the Rhino.
Oh, you know what? Even the Rhino looks stupid, man.
Yeah, he does.
Look at this right here. Look like he's got eczema or something. Look at
Aww.
Looks looks like a burnt piece of chicken.
Yeah. It felt like some shit you left on the grill too long.
Yeah.
So now everybody who gets some of these animals' blood, they just turn into.
Yeah, he got poked by a radioactive rhino horn. Yeah, man. But even people are willing to give this a chance because the characters given the rated R treatment. They're like, it looks kind of badass, the action at least. So, why not? Why not try with Venom? I'm normally a person who says just don't give something a rated R if it's not needed. But I don't know, man. It seemed like it's worth a try. This is the last one, so maybe they could do something with that. But there are reasons, and you already stated one, for why maybe a rated R won't help at all. And I'm gonna get to yours in a minute, but listen, the main reason I'm thinking you can make this rated R, XXX, anything. You can give it any rating that you want to, but if you're not doing a good job with these movies, it's not gonna matter. If Sony wants to make money off of one movie, an individual film, because we're just looking at it as a business, then okay, if you want to make money off of one movie or maybe the sequels based on this character, that could work if you want to make your money. But I'm going to tell you something. As long as they have the rights to these Spider-Man characters and, the villains and the heroes, they're going to find a way to f up. I'm telling you.
That's the thing. I can look at this and go like, well, this looks much better than what they've done before. But I also know their track record. So I'm able to see the parts where I'm like, that's going to get too goofy.
For every successful Venom movie, we're going to get about 2 Morbiuses.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we're going to get about 5 Madam Webs.
Oh, yeah.
People, we're going to get dumb shit just like this. The only difference is some of them are going to be rated R now.
Right. The thing is, if Sony decides, hey, we're going to go rated R, people say they're having superhero movie fatigue and they don't like our movies, but we can set ourselves apart by our movies are all R-rated. So, huh?
Yeah. But you know what? And even if they do a good mix of PG, PG-13, R, the thing is, man, they're still going to, as long as they have the rights and ownership over these Spider-Man characters.
But not Spider-Man.
They're still going to shit these movies out, and they're going to do it to keep the rights. And they're going to do it. And here's the thing. They're going to try to connect them all. They're still going to try to do this Sonyverse. And they're not going to do it to build a story-driven, cohesive universe. No, they're going to do it to keep longevity out of these characters.
To sell toys.
Well, this is keep them around, period. To sell toys, video games, lunchboxes, whatever, T-shirts, whatever. They're just going to keep them connected. They're going to keep this universe or keep trying because they want to have a reason to keep all these characters out there.
Right,
and they want to bring them out there all at the same time. Mm-hmm. That's why they're going to do this. They're not going to do it because it's going to be cool to see them fight together, have some kind of interaction. No, it's time for them to work.
But to be fair, the Sony video games of Spider-Man, they did Craven and Venom perfectly.
True.
Yeah, not do the movies like that.
No. I like this bullshit.
Well, they might make more money off the game than the movie.
I bet they will.
Yeah.
Well, shit, for Madam Web, I can guarantee you they make more money.
I'm surprised they didn't stick Madam Web in the game.
Spider-Man, don't put that bitch up in here. I saw she can do it.
Someone comes over in a wheelchair to blindfold, click, turn this off.
But you know what? There's already rumors of them continuing to do this.
I'm excited.
As much as people looking at Venom and talking about how fun this movie looks, see, that's the thing. As long as Sony still has Spider-Man and has all they're not only gonna mess up their universe or their movies or whatever they got, they're still going to force themselves on the person that can really make them some money, and that is the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's rumors already about Spider-Man being brought in at the end of Venom. Now, this is rumors, but what they're talking about is they're talking about bringing him in at the end, and then after that, since it's going to be the last Venom movie, pushing Venom into the MCU. And what they're going to do with this, so what they're talking about is everybody's been wanting a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Everybody's been wanting a street level Spider-Man. Even Tom Holland kind of hinted towards that. You know, let's do something different with this. Spider-Man's been to space.
Yeah.
He's traveled multiverses. He's fought, you know, intergalactic terrorists. You know,
Right.
Let's get down to the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But they're saying, nah, we're not going to even kill the character. We just talked about him. We're not going to even kill the character of Null in the movie that we see. There's a rumor, and I hope it's not true, because I really don't, because now we really do need a street level Spider-Man.
Sure.
But they're talking about he might be the next Spider-Man villain.
I have been told, I don't know much about this character, but someone was telling me, like, Venom cannot defeat Null on his own. They were saying Null is way stronger than, like, Thanos or something like that.
But I let me just say, I don't trust Sony. I don't think this. Everybody wants that neighborhood Spider-Man. You know, that Spider-Man that's okay. He's fought. The charm with Spider-Man is that he has all these powers, but he still has his need. You know, he's still grounded in a way. He'll go off and do some intergalactic shit or interdimensional stuff, or he'll do some magic. But then let's see him when he's like living that life where, man, I can't pay my rent. You know, my life sucks.
Yeah.
I can't find a job, or you know, the photos aren't paying like they used to.
I'm trying to date, but every time I'm on the date, the Rhino is doing some shit and I got to leave in the middle. I'm always making excuses. Nobody likes me anymore.
And people love him in the neighborhood. You know, let's just get that. But no, see, the thing is, I don't mind if there was if everybody sat down and honestly said, this character genuinely is the one. That would be cool. But Sony is pushing this, if the rumors are true.
Well, I mean, you wonder if you're Peter Parker and somebody says, like, hey, man, they're robbing my store. You're like, I fought Thanos. I mean, you can handle that
But
yourself.
we know that's not going to happen.
No, I know,
that's not how the comics do.
I know.
That's the appeal of
okay,
Spider-Man.
Imagine this. You're MCU, you're Marvel, Disney Marvel, and you got Spider-Man on loan and you got big plans for him. But his owners, Sony, are like, you got to cut us in, and they won't leave it alone. And you're like, all right, we can actually do something with this Null character just to appease them and satisfy the contract.
Appease should never be in the equation.
But
you know,
but it just could be one of those where you just feel like pressure, like we have to do something.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Forcing yourself.
Yeah.
Things should be natural. And Sony does not want to do things naturally.
No,
and
they don't.
They won't, bitch, pay me.
Uh-huh.
Y'all had this boy how long?
Uh-huh.
Pay me. They pimping him out.
Yeah, they are.
So the rumor you heard was about Tom Holland, right? I heard that Andrew Garfield was going to be brought in.
I heard that too.
Yeah. So they could be just full on doing their own Spider-Man world and bringing back all the Andrew Garfield shit.
You know what? I would love that. If they had their own, if they just stuck to their own Spidey shit and left this boy alone over here and let Marvel handle this, I like that idea. That would be good. But the only thing that worries me is that they've already shown that they're trying to push themselves in the MCU.
Hulk.
Yeah, you thought Lethal Protector was a shit name.
Yeah, because it is.
You know, listen, I thought that was a hilarious stinger. I thought it was good as a little bit of humor, but it's almost like a warning from Sony too. Like, hey, you know, y'all gotta get used to this because it might happen. So, you know, it seemed like they're just pushing for it. But I like your idea.
Yeah, that's what I read online. And Andrew Garfield has been talking about Spider-Man. And they did that Spider-Man movie with all three of them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tobey Maguire's like looking at Sam Raimi like, dude, you're the reason why this shit's big. Like, let's do something.
I think that's a good idea. I actually, they've left it and did it with, you know, they've already proven that those other Spider-Men are out there.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, I always like Andrew Garfield. I didn't, you know, I want
Those movies suck, kind of. The second one is one of the worst I've ever seen. I
Really?
think. Yeah. Oh my god. It's got that Gwen Stacy scene, but it's also got what's his name?
Dane DeHaan.
It's got that, but it's also got what's his name in Blueface.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah, no, Jamie Foxx is one of the worst villains.
With that comb over,
yeah, that damn teeth, that Jerry Kill comb over,
broken glasses. Hated that.
You know what? But I agree with you, Martin. I just look at this trailer. I'm talking about how I like this trailer. You know, I like I said, it's a fun trailer. I think it sells itself pretty well, without suggesting anything R-rating at all.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it feels like you would be crowbarring it in there.
Yeah, making it R-rated could actually be taken away from what makes this thing so appealing. I think it's kind of charming without. That's one of the things that makes it charming. They're just doing this without forcing any violence or gore or anything like that. So I don't know, man. Maybe an R rating is just not even necessary to make this work. So and you said that earlier, and I agree with you 100%. But as I said, there's reasons for this not to happen, but then there are some reasons for it to happen. We'll just have to see what happens when it comes out. Some things are rumored out there. We already talked about some things that are heavy rumors. We don't know if any of those things are going to be true. Yeah. Although I like your idea, the thing that you read.
And to be fair, like for someone who's not like me, who likes bad shit like these Venom movies, this trailer has a lot of sequelitis in it. And when you break it down, it's basically like Venom goes to Vegas, which I kind of like. Like it's like a throwback to sequels they do in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's kind of a throwback to old comedies when y'all wouldn't even know this, but like when you had did Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis ever go to Vegas and hang out?
Dean Martin was part of the Rat Pack.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they did, but it's such a Bob Hope and Bing Crosby kind of thing.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see. I'll tell you one thing, though. I haven't been excited about, excited might be a little bit of exaggeration, but I haven't been looking forward to a Venom movie at all. And this one, I'm kind of like, I want to see it.
I'm stoked. The first movie teased like a symbiote rabbit. Now we're getting a symbiote fish. We're getting a symbiote horse. I'm all about it.
You know what? Normally, if I heard you saying that, I would have been like, that's stupid.
It is.
But you know what? No. When they do it, they know it's dumb. Because you can look at this and tell, okay, we're just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of down with this. So we'll see. We'll see. Because all we can say is we'll see.
Oh, I'm going to see it.
Oh, yeah, I know you're going to see it.
I've already made plans with
Gertz. All the crazy shit. You and Gertz.
Yeah.
You and Gertz are like Eddie and Venom.
Right?
Except neither of us are inside each other.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, we weren't in the theater.
Yeah, we don't know what y'all did after the movie.
You want to try it?
Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one, check out our other YouTube channels, and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.